What is quantitative hedonism? Have you ever wondered how we can measure happiness or pain when making ethical decisions? This question leads us to a fascinating concept known as quantitative hedonism. At its core, quantitative hedonism is a philosophical theory that focuses on measuring pleasure and pain to determine what actions are morally right or wrong. This idea is closely tied to the work of Jeremy Bentham, a prominent figure in the history of ethics during the Enlightenment. Bentham believed that pleasure is inherently good and pain is inherently bad. His approach suggests that the moral worth of an action is determined by the amount of pleasure it produces and the amount of pain it prevents. This means that when making decisions, we should aim to maximize pleasure and minimize pain for the greatest number of people. To make this measurement practical, Bentham introduced what is known as the hedonic calculus. This method attempts to quantify pleasure and pain using several factors. These factors include intensity, duration, certainty, proximity, fecundity, purity, and extent. Each of these variables helps to assess the overall impact of an action on happiness. In practical terms, quantitative hedonism can guide ethical decision-making. When faced with a choice, individuals can evaluate the potential outcomes based on the pleasure and pain that may result. This approach helps to determine which actions are morally justifiable by looking at their effects on overall happiness. The context of the Enlightenment is essential to understanding this theory. During this period, there was a strong emphasis on reason and utility. Quantitative hedonism aligns with utilitarianism, which promotes the idea of achieving the greatest good for the greatest number. This perspective on ethics highlights the importance of rational calculation in moral choices. However, quantitative hedonism is not without its criticisms. One major critique is that it treats all pleasures as equal. Critics argue that some pleasures, like intellectual enjoyment, may hold more value than others, such as physical pleasure, even if they are less intense. This leads to the concept of qualitative hedonism, which distinguishes between different types of pleasure. Another challenge is that quantitative hedonism may overlook the importance of authenticity and genuine experiences in life. Thought experiments involving artificial pleasures suggest that people often seek more than just the quantity of pleasure. They value meaningful experiences that contribute to their overall well-being. In summary, quantitative hedonism is a significant theory in ethics that emphasizes measuring pleasure and pain to guide moral actions. Jeremy Bentham's contributions during the Enlightenment have shaped our understanding of ethics and morality, making this concept relevant even today.